Hello, good people. Welcome to Raw Vegan Rising. My name is Shane Sterling. Nice to see you. I am here at your service. Today is a very interesting video. We're going to talk about the number one reason why raw vegans age bad. Now, I'm a raw vegan. I've been raw vegan for over 5 years. I am 50 years old. And I've been focused on a plant-based diet most of my life. I first went vegan when I was 17 years old with a focus on whole food and juicing because the benefits are undeniable. When you look at people who live that lifestyle, you see it. So I wanted that. Even as a kid, I didn't want to contribute to my bad health problems and environmental problems. So I made that choice to just live a better lifestyle. Now, here over the years, over 50 years, I've learned some things about how to be a successful plant-based person, a successful vegan, and a successful raw vegan. I've also learned some of the reasons why we age differently. Look at me. Here I am, living proof. You want to know my credentials on making this video about why raw vegans age bad? Here I am. Absolutely living proof. No surgery, no Botox, no hair dye. This is me, literally. This is my lifestyle. My lifestyle gets me the results that I have because I live an exceptional lifestyle. Nobody lives the lifestyle that I do. Very, very few people, and very few people will get the results. Okay, first of all, how many people are raw vegan? Well, 0.1%. And how many of those make YouTube videos? Many people are skeptical that a raw vegan diet ages us quickly, but how many people are even raw vegans on YouTube sharing their story? Almost zero, less than 0.01% of people. So we're going to have a very skewed perspective right there. Now, let's look at the majority of what people are doing. Obviously, the majority of people around the world eat meat and dairy and eggs and grains and processed foods and cooked oils, and you can see the results that they're getting. So we don't have a lot of examples of raw vegans aging badly or raw vegans aging well because just there isn't a lot of raw vegans. Most people come to a raw vegan diet and lifestyle with health problems, usually really severe catastrophic health problems. People come with cancer, diabetes, fibromyalgia, extreme joint pains like rheumatoid arthritis, acne and skin problems, psoriasis, eczema, constipation, chronic constipation. Why do people come to a raw vegan lifestyle? Well, because they're struggling with the standard foods that most people eat: meat, dairy, eggs, grains, cooked oil, and starches, which destroy our health, rob us of our vitality, and definitely age us quicker. So we just don't have a lot of examples of long-term raw vegans because most of these people will come and start a YouTube channel and share their journey over the first year or two. But these are people who are still trying to heal chronic illness, who have been eating poor quality food their whole lives. So we can't see the results of the benefits of anti-aging from just a couple years on a raw vegan diet or a vegan diet or a plant-based diet. Most people don't have the mental strength and acuity and reason and vision and purpose behind a lifestyle change like that to stick with it. Most people will try a vegan diet and almost 0% will succeed long term. Well, I'm living proof of a long-term successful vegan right here, and you see the results. I've been vegan since I was 17, mostly plant-based for all of those years. Even when I was more relaxed and I did eat animal products, I always hated them. I hate animal products. I hate the taste. I hate the texture. I hate what it means. I hate how it makes me feel. I don't like anything about it. I don't like where it comes from. I don't like what it does to my digestive system. I don't like how it congests me, clogs me, irritates me, creates inflammation, creates acidosis. It makes my skin splotchy. It makes me gain weight easy. Animal products suck, and so even if I have eaten them over my life, I've regretted it. I avoid animal products, period. Okay, so long-term raw vegans, the people who we do have as an example of long-term raw vegans all look exceptional. Look at Annette Larkin, who's 70, been raw vegan for 40 years. Look at Lou Corona, who's also been raw vegan for over 45 years. Look at Gabriel Cousins, who's been raw vegan for over 45 years. All of the real long-term example of raw vegans look exceptional for their age because whole, raw, unprocessed, undenatured foods without heated oils, without animal products will provide the highest vitality for our body and help flush the waste that creates aging. As long as we're flushing the waste out of our body, we won't age as quick. That's why juicing is so powerful. No matter what people say about it, juicing just creates that vibrancy in our face and our energy that is undeniable. The main reasons, now I'm 50, so over the years I've seen, my siblings, my friends, my peers all age differently. And if I could nutshell it, I have 5 points why I think that really I have aged well where other people my age haven't aged well. Okay, for one, plant-based with a focus on whole food and juicing. I went vegan at 17 and I've been juicing. The benefits are undeniable. Plant-based all the way. 2 is I don't overeat. I've never really been a big eater. In fact, in my teenage years and through my 20s, I would be kind of annoyed that I had to eat. I was never so into it. And I really didn't focus on food. I was just always eating because I had to. And there were many years actually where I would just eat 1 meal a day, not because I was trying to do intermittent fasting or be healthy or anything like that, just because I was annoyed I had to eat. I didn't have time and I would grab something toward the end of the day, eating 1 meal a day, probably for a couple decades. Number 3 is I avoided the sun through my teens and 20s, not because I was intentional about it, not because I wanted to avoid the sun, but because I was an artist and a musician and I slept late and I worked a graveyard shift job and I was always inside and I just wasn't like an outdoorsy type in my teens and 20s. I've become much more athletic and outdoors focused now in my older years, but for a couple decades of my life, I just didn't get any sun at all. And I was eating cooked food at that time. Now, as a raw vegan, I will say I can't burn very easily in the sun. When you're filled with the phytochemicals and flavonoids of raw foods, you can be in the sun a lot and not burn. So I would highly recommend proper sun exposure now. But in my teens and 20s, I didn't know. I got a couple decades with no sun exposure. 4 is I lift weights every single day. I'm consistent. I lift heavy weight. And you know what? When I get out of the gym, my skin is flush. I have pink cheeks. I look good. I feel good. I have muscle mass. It makes me look youthful. I was standing in front of somebody the other day. They were in their 20s. I think they were in their mid-20s. And I was standing right in front of them, 2 feet in front of them. And they asked how old I was. And I said, I don't know. What do you think? Take a guess. And she said, 26? This isn't from the internet. This is from somebody who was standing right in front of me, thought I was 26. I mean, how crazy is that? It's because I lift weights. It keeps my skin fresh and flushed, and it stimulates the lymph. And the last one here is that I've been fully raw vegan for over the last 5 years. And when I went raw vegan, it completely took 10 to 15 years off of the way that I look. I looked like a middle-aged man, really, when I went raw vegan. It's completely transformed my health. I look 10 years younger, if not more. Raw vegan brightens the eyes, brings vitality to your face and your skin and your energy. I just traveled to Costa Rica for my birthday in January. I spent 2 weeks in Costa Rica, and in the little town Puerto Viejo on the Caribbean side, there was this little cute juice shop. And so I would stop in to get juice, and he just made salads and juice. And this guy who was running this little business had the most vibrant energy. He looked so vibrant. You could see it in his skin. His skin was impeccable. His eyes were bright. And I asked him, I said, are you a raw vegan? Do you eat raw foods? And he said, yeah, I'm mostly raw. He said, in fact, for a long time now, I've just been drinking mostly juices. And he looked like it. You couldn't deny it. You go down the street to the guy who's serving up fried chicken, looks like an old fat piece of crap. But you look at that raw vegan, that person who's drinking juice. I was so inspired. I would go back to his shop all the time and get the juices he was making. He was doing sea moss and coconut milk and, all the juices, the green juices, the yellow juices, the red juices for the Rasta colors. It was so fun. People who juice have that vibrant glow. Period. Hands down. You want to reduce your aging. You want to look better. You want to feel better. You got to drink juice. Get a good juicer. Make juice every day. Make it part of your lifestyle. If you're feeling the call to go raw, you got to listen, because you know what? Nobody else is going to do it for you. Everything I have learned, I have helped people with over the years, and it works. It absolutely works. I'm a coach now. I've been a coach for many years, and I highly recommend, if you're called to this lifestyle, that you join my group coaching program, Raw Vegan Heroes. Raw Vegan Heroes is a community of support for those who are called to go raw, to learn how raw food can support your lifestyle, to learn how juicing can clear out your bowels and clean your skin. And you might have some hurdles to get over here. You might actually have to do some work to get to a better state of health. You can't just eat raw food and feel better. You've got to prepare the gut to digest and absorb and utilize raw food. This is why I recommend starting with a juice fast. I started my raw vegan journey with a 40-day juice fast, completely cleaned out my bowels. I emptied probably about 25 to 30 pounds of waste out of my bowels during that juice fast. And now, as a raw vegan, I can absorb better. I get more from less food. I get more vitamins, nutrients, minerals, and vitality and energy from less food. I feel satisfied on fruit and salads. I feel satisfied from smoothies. Now, most people will struggle. They want the cooked food. They want the density. They want the oil. They want the starch, like potatoes. I feel satisfied from a salad with sprouts and greens and some hemp seed dressing. I feel nourished and invigorated. It doesn't weigh me down. That's what you can get to if you start with a 40-day juice fast. So my program, Raw Vegan Heroes, is to help people with the juice fasting now. We've got 1,500 members in Raw Vegan Heroes right now. It's a thriving community of people there to celebrate and support each other in this learning journey. When you join, you get my juice fasting protocol, which is how to do the juice fast, including the recipes, the quantities, how to use husk and clay, how to use digestive enzymes to flush out that bowels and get yourself ready for a real dietary lifestyle change for the better. Okay, you also get my 14-day meal plan, which has over 60 recipes. You get my Hot Topics training videos on different topics that are about how to thrive as a raw vegan. You get a weekly Q&A with me for personal mentorship to help transform your life. Personal Q&As with me in the group, plus a replay library of over 100 hours of the replays. Plus you get my Success Path video course. Plus you get my moderators in the group. I've got 4 amazing trained moderators there to assist all the members. It's life-changing. If you go into the description below, you will find a link for 75% off the yearly membership. That's because I incentivize the yearly. If you come join in on this journey for a year, you will get incredible coaching and support for almost no money. Click on that link and look at the price. You will say, wow, because it's almost no money for what you get. The level of coaching, the level of support, the level of knowledge, the level of accountability, the level of life-changing accountability that's there for you is not to be underestimated. And that's why I discount it, because I want everybody to come along on this journey. There's no question that raw foods make us look and feel our best. Now, if I could summarize what I've learned in anti-aging over the years, is that really our consciousness is number one. Consciousness defies aging. You've got to get right in your consciousness, and raw, fresh, living foods help us do that without question. The more fresh, raw, living foods and juices we consume, the more connected to God we are. We just feel it. We're spiritual, we're on point, we're on purpose, we're kind, we're compassionate, we're thoughtful to others. We don't take BS, but we're right there present, ready to help. You know, this is what raw food does. And to sum it all up, it's bowel transit time. You got to get the bowel transit time absolutely super fast. 3 hours, 8 hours, under 8 hours. The longer food sits in your digestive system, the worse off you will be. Okay? That's why fresh, raw, living foods absolutely does it. Now, just on a last note, I would like to say that the normal foods that people eat cannot contribute to anti-aging. Meat, dairy, and eggs create acid buildup in the body, creating lumpy skin, cellulite, sluggish bowels, and lymph. Oils, cooked oils create splotchy skin. Starch is hard to digest and just sits in the bowels for days. None of the normal foods out in the standard American diet kind of world will contribute to health or anti-aging at all. None of them do. And a lot of people say that it's my genetics. However, my father just had triple bypass surgery. He's not an example of health. He's only 30 years older than me. When I'm 80, when I'm his age, I'm going to look youthful and young and not even be remotely having health problems like that. It has nothing to do with genetics. And also my sister, who is 2 years younger than me, she's 48. She looks older than me. She used to sunbathe as a teenager. She's never been vegan, and she looks way older than me. And so there's no proof of genetics in my family contributing to how I look at all. I was the black sheep. I went vegan when I was 17. I told my family to do it with me, and none of them listened. It was ridiculous. None of them listened, and now they all look like crap and feel like crap, and they're all aging and having bypass surgery and stuff. Look, people, it's not genetics. It's lifestyle. Genetics might load the gun, but diet and lifestyle pulls the trigger. Get right with your consciousness. You know, honestly, the number one thing that I have that nobody else has is the consciousness. I deeply trust the universe. I love my life. I absolutely impeccably feel divinely guided. I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. I didn't come here to participate with the BS. I came here to change the BS. And I'm going to do that as a raw vegan. So I recommend you join me. Join my movement. Join the movement of raw veganism to empower your life. And join the Raw Vegan Heroes community, which is the best juice fasting support group in the world. And it is continuing to grow at an astronomically fast rate. This is just the ground level, people. You want to be a part of a ground level movement? Join Raw Vegan Heroes and let's freaking get on with this. Let's wake up. Let's wake up to the truth of our own vitality and health and youthfulness and be an example and show others and blow that crap out of the water. You know, to be inspiring, you've got to live an exceptionally inspiring life. The reason I have different results than most people is because nobody's living my lifestyle. Nobody gets up and goes to the gym 6 days of the week, fully eats raw vegan, has been mostly plant-based their whole life. How many? Not a lot. Well, here's the living proof. 50 years old, January 10th, 1973. You know, it's just the results. I never even thought about anti-aging until all of a sudden I turned 50 and I realized, whoa, people my own age look like my dad. So there you go. Hope that's helpful, everyone. Much love. Sending you all blessings from over here in Austin, Texas, where I live, the land of barbecue. Again, still the black sheep with a lot of light inside. Sending you all love beams. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.